Hi again. This is our first video for the series of October 2020. We're still using our book, Oh, for Heaven's Sake by Father John Anthony. And this month our selection is Crowns in the Garage, page 130 through 133. First, I picked this selection because I loved the title. I was like, what is he talking about? Crowns in the Garage. But then once I read it, and the subtitle, Allowing the Virtue of Humility to Find You, I was just in love with this selection. And then this morning, I was blessed to attend Mass with some of our 4th through 8th graders, and we talked about humility again in the example of Saint Teresa, our patron saint. So in this first video, I'm going to read from Matthew chapter 11, verses 25 through 30, which introduces the selection. And then I'm going to read from Father John Anthony's first and second paragraphs. And I'm going to encourage you to go and look at this video that he references for this phrase, crowns in the garage. Okay, from Matthew chapter 11, verses 25 through 30. At that time, Jesus said in reply, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth. For although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father. And no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. Come to me, all who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light. Which is a lovely scripture right now as we're all dealing with the pandemic and the busyness of our lives. So here's where Father John Anthony takes the virtue of humility and brings to life this example of crowns in the garage, okay? So on page 131, he writes, have you seen the YouTube interview with the CEO of PepsiCo? She is an Indian lady named Indra K. Nooyi. And he says, of course she's Indian. Indians are taking over the world. Father John Anthony is Indian. When she was first named CEO, she went home early from work, which for her was 10 p.m. Yikes. To tell her family. Her mother was waiting for her at the top of the stairs. Indra said, Mom, I have some great news for you. Her mom said, let the news wait. Can you not go out and get some milk? Indra asked why she did not ask her husband, who was already home, but her mother replied, he's tired. So, like a dutiful daughter, she went to get the milk, returned home, slammed the milk on the counter, and erupted. I had great news for you. I have just been told I'm going to be the CEO of Pepsi, and all you want me to do is go and get the milk? What kind of mom are you? Her mother answered, let me explain something to you. You may be the president of Pepsi. You may be on the board of directors. But when you enter this house, you're the wife, you're the daughter, you're the mother. Nobody else can take your place here. So leave that darn crown in the garage and don't bring it into this house. She used a slightly stronger word than darn. Indra Nooyi was not looking for humility, but humility found her. So, this month we're going to be focusing on humility, reflecting on humility, looking to the example as we continue to read Crowns in the Garage, page 130 to 133. You can read this with your family in English or in Spanish. And then I also invite a reflection on our patroness, Saint Teresa, because she's a perfect example of humility. And so you can kind of weave in and out this month in discussions with your family some examples from St. Teresa and her humility, some examples from your own family and what it means to be humble and practice humility, and then from pages 130 to 133, and what we can learn from Father John Antony and humility. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoy this selection this month of October.